colored people are human weeds and are to be exterminated. This statement is one of the many blatantly racist remarks made by Mrs. Margaret Sanger. Along with being a well-known eugenicist, Sanger is also the co-founder of Planned Parenthood. In 1939, Sanger and her colleague, who was also a co-founder of Planned Parenthood, Clarence Gamble, started an initiative called the Negro Project. The way this project was proposed was to have more black leaders involved in the health of their people. But a letter from Sanger to Gamble shows the true drive behind the Negro Project. We do not want the word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, says Sanger. And the minister is the man who can straighten that idea out if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members. This project sadly worked, and many colored ministers started telling their churchgoers that it was okay to have abortions and to use birth control, and that it was better for them. Sanger succeeded in hoodwinking a majority of the black church community into thinking that birth control and even sterilization was good for them. This false trust she had gained within the black community is still in place today. Planned Parenthood has strong ties with the NAACP and other black organizations. We must listen to the great late African-American leader, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who rejected this idea. He said, "The Negro cannot win as long as he is willing to sacrifice the lives of his children for comfort and safety." New York City has one of the highest abortion rates among cities in the entire world. About 82% of the abortions performed in New York City are on black and Hispanic women. The abortion rate is higher than the birth rate among the black population. When this information came to light, instead of the naturally appalled reaction that we would expect from the NAACP, they praised and applauded the jump in black abortion rates at the NARAL fundraising gala in 2005. After decades of oppression, the black community is still being fooled into believing that aborting their children is a good thing. 79% of Planned Parenthood's clinics are located in high minority areas. But this is no coincidence. It is a strategic plan that has its roots in Sanger's original initiative to exterminate the African American population in the United States. And that's not the only strategy they're using. Dr. Alveda King, Martin Luther King's niece, says this: "The most obvious practitioner of racism in the United States today is Planned Parenthood, an organization founded by the eugenicist Margaret Sanger and recently documented as ready to accept money to eliminate black babies." That's right. Now in some states, you can call into any Planned Parenthood and request that you donate money specifically to pay to kill a black child. Of course, the label they put on this is helping out an African American woman in need. A pro-life organization called into Planned Parenthood posing as a racist donor. The first representative was from Ohio, and she sounded quite annoyed, and maybe she didn't agree with the donations, but she said herself that for whatever reason they will accept the money. For the Idaho clinic, however, the representative is more than happy to meet the racist donor's needs. She says, "Excuse my hesitation. This is the first time I've had a donor call and make this kind of request, so I'm excited and I want to make sure I don't leave anything out." This was after the caller had made multiple obviously racist remarks, like the less black children out there, the better. This is the reason why the colored population in the U.S. is drastically decreasing. The black population is below the replacement rate in the U.S. at a rate of 1.97. Now, usually when people get married, they have 2 kids to replace them. So though this rate doesn't seem far below, it's scary to think that it might decrease in future years. In 2007 to 2010 alone, 36% of abortions in America were performed on black women. Putting that into perspective, black women make up only 12.8% of the population. The high abortion rate isn't just killing black children. Since Roe v. Wade passed in 1973, breast cancer rates in black women have gone up. Now, historically, black women have much less likely to get breast cancer than white women. The specific type of breast cancer, however, that has appeared in black women is triple negative. This is one of the most aggressive forms of breast cancer and has been scientifically linked to abortion in multiple studies. Black women are now the highest rate of breast cancer deaths in America. Abortion is not only affecting black children, but adults, and the future of our race as a whole. It breaks my heart to see African Americans who openly stand for abortion when they don't know that what they're really standing for is the genocide of their own people.